My role is as the music director of Heathers, so I work with the band and the cast to get the sound that the writers have gone for the show, to get that unique 80s vibe out of the show and give it that real drive that the musical needs. I think my focus for the show has been really to keep the dynamic that was written to the show, so the level of passion and energy that is written in all the different forms of the energy of happiness and sadness and anger and resentment takes in the show, and keeping that really clean and having that distinct difference instead of it all just being loud and there, to go really in depth to what are the characters feeling and how are they seeing that and why are they feeling that way, and making sure that comes across in the music as well as the text and the staging as well. In comparison to a lot of other productions of Heathers I've seen, it's all just about like getting the rock in there and keeping the rock in there, and priority is the rock, but it's really for me to make sure that everything blends perfectly when it needs to and get those angelic choral moments through, and having the band be really on top of what's happening and thinking about why that instrument was written that way and why they'd be the driving instrument in that point. Even if it's not been evident in recordings or in other productions we've seen, but going, I think that drums were written this way for a certain reason, or they were written, the guitar part was written this way. It's to really look at why everything fits together and why the show is so well reviewed for its score, is because the thought that was put into it is incredible, and I think it's a testament to the score, and it's my responsibility as a music director to make sure that the intent, the real intent of what exactly it was that went into the thinking behind the show is actually there. And I think that's really important in comparison to just putting on Heathers for the fun of it, which is fun, but do it right and it's going to be 100 times better. I think this is potentially one of the truest productions of Heathers you can imagine, considering we've put a lot of thought into just everything. Everything's thought out really, really intricately, and I know Jack and Grace, the choreographer and director, backwards, have put a lot of thought into why a certain person is there and how this scene should feel, and I think that the music is really conveying that as well, so it's really important that that's all worked together, and I think we've done a really good job and worked really hard to get it there, and I think that it's got to be the biggest selling point for the show, is that it's just going to be amazing, and I'm so proud to have worked on it. My experience with GJ Productions has been absolutely incredible. They've been the most supportive team I could have asked for. The cast, the crew, the creatives have all been amazing, and I feel supported coming in here, and I know bringing the band in here and having this intricate score and this delicate material to work with, they've just been amazing. They're possibly one of the best companies I've ever worked with, if not the best, and I will continue to work with them if they'll have me in the future. It's going to be so good. There's so many productions of Heathers out there, but this one's going to stand out above them all, and I think it's one to go down in the ages for Victorian theatre.